Recently, I had the privilege of visiting a leper colony in South Asia. It was the best experience I have ever had. I saw many things that broke my heart and things that filled me with joy. When I first arrived at the leprosy ministry, I sat down in front of the lepers. To be honest, I didn't even notice they had leprosy because most of their wounds were not exposed. It was not until the doctors came and treated their wounds that I really noticed. Two things that struck me in the leper colony were, as the wounds of the lepers were being cleaned, you could tell they knew something was different. They felt loved, accepted, and cared for. I saw the smiles on their faces, and it was the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. It was great to see all the medical supplies that have been provided to treat these precious people who have leprosy. These supplies were practical, yet when applied, it was much more than a bandage. The second thing that stood out to me was the fact that this leprosy ministry was in the middle of a village where not everyone knew who Jesus was. The people in the village gravitated toward the leprosy ministry and were coming out of their houses to see what was going on. Children began coming out. I was able to sing and play with them, which drew even more of a crowd. It was wonderful to witness this because not only does our leprosy ministry help show the love of Christ by cleaning wounds, but the ministry itself, just being in the middle of a village, is such a testimony to the people there. When I realized this, I could not help but praise the Lord. I remember after a while I had to leave the leper colony, and as I drove away, all the children chased the vehicle I was in. I thought to myself, what is it that makes these children chase this car I am in? I think it could be many things, but I believe it all comes down to this one thing, and that is love. The children saw love on display. By simply playing with them, chasing them, laughing with them, it was a breath of fresh air, because who knows how many of them actually get to do that? Who knows if love is always on display? I then realized it wasn't only the children that got to see love on display, but their families witnessed it too, and the lepers saw. Because this leprosy ministry was in the middle of a village, many were able to witness Christ's love. It's a beautiful thing to be able to show His love by our words and actions. My experience at the leprosy ministry was one I will never forget. The world cries out for someone to heal their wounds, to bandage their hurts, and to make them whole. Jesus tells us to be the light of the world, so let's be it.